Greetings, everybody. We've changed our streaming situation a little bit. I call it streaming. It's just recording. I'm trying to take up less of the screen so that you can see things like when I'm down here looking at my opponent and whatnot, what they've got going on down at the bottom. Maybe you can start to see some of this. I don't know. We'll end up seeing afterwards. But got an interesting one today. He didn't have a lot of drops. I thought he was going to get stuck on Rey. No idea what's going on here. He did tell me that his Leia, he usually uses Leia on this, and she failed. I would be very interested to know what he ultimately ended up using to get through this. But, you know, not that it really matters. But I really think the best answer to this is Seer Malicos Starkiller. There aren't a lot of teams that are great. Well, okay. Slicker with Darkside Rey is pretty consistent. And we'll see if I can do that today, when I go against his ReyBenZra, which he does have up top. I said up top. There you go. ReyBenZra, you know, a little bit lower relics. He only has 1 Omicron, but his Ben has 3 Omicrons, but I'm going to try to keep him just locked down the whole time. You know, lots going on there. I did specifically switch up my defense for this guy just based on what he did. So actually I should show you him first so that it makes more sense. He's big. Well, okay, he's 12.2, which yes, for 99% of people, like, that is a big account. For me, I see these 13s all the time, and it's just like, 12, 13, what does it even matter? But he primarily goes full offense, which is, I'm guessing, why he eventually got through my Rey, even though he failed a few times, because usually you've got like maybe 2 or 3 answers, and like if you can't get through, you can't get through. But the fact that he kept pounding away, and the whole time he couldn't kill any of them. Like on his 4th attempt, he killed all 3. It's not like he was slowly killing one at a time or something like that. So, but I scouted him beforehand, and he does seem to primarily go like full offense. And so I knew no matter what I said on defense, he's gonna get through it. And so my only chance is going kind of full offense as well. Obviously, you can see, you know, I still left Leia and I still left Rey on defense. But that's because, you know, I scouted him and assuming he doesn't make any changes, which it looks like he didn't. I'm going to go bottom first because his front walls are exactly the same. I'm going to assume his back wall is exactly the same. But to be safe, I need to just get through this and see what's actually going on back there. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into this. We're gonna start bottom. All right, there's not a ton of sample data here, and this is one of the scariest matchups. But you know, his DTMG is air quotes only relic 5. He's modded for offense. I don't know if that's the standard for DTMG. I don't have a lot of experience with DTMG. His Gideon is fast as hell, and his Night Trooper is pretty well decked out. But I'm hoping the fear and everything is going to be enough to kind of control them. And I'm hoping that his DTMG being Relic 5 is enough to where, you know, we'll just be able to chew through. We're going to find out. I'm actually kind of nervous about this, though, to be honest. So let's do this. Let's get some armor shreds stacking. Let's get the fear up. And, yeah, I want to do this. Okay, there goes 1. Okay. He could, I don't think I have anything that's preventing revives, so I should just, do we have a problem? No. Wow, that is just juicy. This is one of the only ones that I was concerned about because there's not a ton of sample data here. So that's good. That's good. That's all I can say. Let's move on. All right, we are going to Dash Han Chewie, the Bosk Zam Jango, and I do believe, yeah, I mean, she's pretty fast. We're going to try to just take out Zam first, and then hopefully between counters and, you know, all these other shenanigans, I'm hoping they don't really get a turn. Jango does Jango stuff, right? Like, Jango is annoying. Jango can pop off, you know, randomly, so it's not that I'm necessarily concerned about potentially losing the whole thing. It's more so that, you know, they can do dirty things. And so let's try to get a stun. We did not get the stun. That's really annoying, but we're going to start getting some counters here. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do this. And oh, let's do this. And now we just need to stop Django from... Oh, right, but there's a lot... Right, we got the Smuggler Cron. That was like half the reason that I did that. So that's nice. We continue on. I'm not even going to cut here. I'm just going to go straight into this. So, hold on. You don't need to watch this. Okay, yeah. So, normally, if this is ever going to be a problem, please not today. If this is ever going to be a problem, it's typically when they have the 15% health and protection level 3. And it's usually when POW is Relic 9. Considering that none of those things are going on here, I am predicting that this should be no problem at all. So we're going to Doom POW. We're going to Bless Morgan. She's going to use her gun. He's going to get some Foresight. They're going to We're going to Mass Assist, and this should kill him. He's dead. Great. Now we can just remove buffs, and this whole thing should basically be done at this point. It's a Relic 3 QA. So I don't think there's anything to really talk about there. I could have targeted QA. Not that it doesn't really matter with, you know, POW is dead. It's a weak QA. There's not a lot to talk about, but I guess technically if we wanted to be obnoxious about it, we could call that a misplay. We keep going. We keep going. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's just be done with it. Get rid of the buffs. And it's so funny. So I was messaging this guy after he was done attacking, and I just said, hey, you know, we were talking about how BS ReyBenZra is as a defensive team, and it's funny because I asked him, I asked, what did you finally get through with? Like, what did you finally beat them with? And he kind of just dodged the question, and he said, like, good luck on my teams. And I didn't realize, I think it's because he has ReyBenZra, and he doesn't want to tell me what he used so that I can't just go use that, which was not my intention. I have only one team that could beat ReyBenZra, and if it doesn't work, I lose. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes, but let us continue. Okay, never seen this before, but I've had enough experience with Fulcrum Cron to where I'm not playing any games. She does damage, and so because Fulcrum is there, I'm just going to take Balyan, assuming he didn't change his defenses and whatnot. This should be okay. I think I want to just take out Mace first because he's so weak. Hello, Dodge. Gonna need you to not do that in a half. Oh, baby. Oh, dear. I think some of my favorite GACs are my favorite battles are the ones where I open up and I'm like, okay, so we're going to do this, and I think I'm going to do that, and if they do this, I'm going to do this. And then, like, they all just die in one hit, and all of my planning is completely pointless. GI. This is fun. It's been a while. All right, Phoenix versus GI. Should be relatively straightforward, methinks. But yeah, let's just get going. We got to get going. Let's get rid of some of that turn meter, boy. Ooh, I hope he dies. He should die. Yeah, he dies. Great. Okay. So the only real threat is kind of gone at this point. Yeah, I guess we can put backup plan on her. She's dazed, so, you know. Can we recover? Does it really matter? I don't think it really matters here. My biggest concern this GAC is just getting through. This is going to be a big deal. If he changed his back wall, it's going to be a really big deal. Yeah, Tuskens. Let me see if this is what I was expecting. All right, we're going to go for the Lord Vader first. There's not a point in like doing ReyBenZra first, because the teams that I brought on offense, it's so tight that I don't have a lot of wiggle room. And like, even if Bane failed on Lord Vader, there's nothing, like, the only other thing that I could beat Lord Vader with, I now have no answer for Rey. And if what I use on Rey fails, the only thing that I could use Lord Vader with would fail on Rey. So normally I'm concerned about the order of operations, but This is pretty much how this has to be. And if you didn't notice, these are relatively low relics here, so I wasn't anticipating a lot of resistance. It would be really neat if Darth Maul could live. I never really expect Bane's partner to come out of it unscathed, but you never know. You never know. I think, does he fall over now? No, he doesn't. He's still alive. Not well, there you go. Oh, that's fine. We just keep siphoning. The order of operations really doesn't matter here. Bane just beats the snot out of Lord Vader. Honestly, it's funny. Like, I'm not one of those people who thinks Lord Vader is, like, just a completely worthless GL. But if I was someone against me, I would try to bait me with Lord Vader. I would try to pull my Bane with Lord Vader because it's such a, like, yes, that's what you do. One sec. Alright, we're just coming in with a little bit of protection here. This matchup is extremely consistent because all of their damage comes from crits, and they basically just can't crit you. So, it usually goes pretty well. Yeah, every now and then strange things happen, but, you know, that's just Star Wars at this point. So, yep, there's Anakin. He's upset. Let's get rid of, yeah, it hurts. I still get scared, even though, like, I know they can't crit. I'm always so concerned when they start doing damage to the sides, because it's just like, ugh. There aren't really a lot of teams in this game that, like, don't care about almost dying. This also is never really amazing banners, by the way. Those counters on Ki-Adi-Mundi always freak me out, too. Nyum! There he goes, great. Never amazing banners, but it's always really, really safe. We continue. All right, it's Rogue One versus Iden. The Kron, there's really nothing to talk about in terms of the Kron. Yeah, there's some armor pen, but it's a relatively low relic Iden. It's a low relic shore trooper. And the only reason I'm talking about this is because I did recently lose to an Iden where I think Iden was relic 9. I forget. They were juiced up. They had an amazing Kron, and it had the grit level 6, which I totally underestimated because most of this team does its damage through exposes, and that's percent health base. So if you see Iden with a grit Kron, you might want to think twice about it because of what I just said. I don't know. I thought there was going to be more. I thought I was going to say more there, but say less, Queen. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, club them. Just start building up the clubs and whatnot. Yeah, we'll just... No, I don't want to AoE right now. I don't want to use a special right there. Don't do this. Don't do this. I need the fish man alive. Club them. Yep. We'll get rid of all those real quick. Ooh, can we just kill... Oh. Give this back. Can we just kill Iden with Spark of the Rebellion on? Oh no, because all the attacks out of turn just end up healing her. Wah, bummer. We'll get there. We're almost there. She's about to use her cleanse. Yes, very... I really don't like Iden. I really don't like Iden. Mostly because she's strong. But I really don't like Iden. Can we? We've still got Spark. Let's dump. Let's dump real quick. Okay, club him. He should go. Burst him. He should fall. Why did he come back? Why did he come back? Need Jin to take a turn. Oh, God. Come on. Don't do this to me. Please. Okay, she's gone. Iden, man. It's like... The final result always ends up being the same. Like, yeah, you win. But I feel like against Iden, there are so many moments where it's like... Ooh. What's going on? What's going to happen? He's over here trying to snipe banners one last time before he dies. That's what they do. That's all right. That's about the best that I could hope for there. We continue. I feel like I had one bad experience with Tuskens, and it gave me such PTSD that I just use my best Jedi on it now, which I don't know if that's the right answer or not, but like... Man... They give you some anxiety once, you never want to deal with that again. Oh my god, it's Why? It's fine. I mean, not that this is like super risky. It's just I'm so used to warrior being there. Okay, so now we basically have all day to try to line up a good AoE here. And so that's what we'll do. Yeah, do this. Okay, we've got our AoE ready. Let's put that there. I don't think that'll kill it. Please? Ugh. Ugh, it's the worst. Okay. 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 I guess we'll just keep killing this one and getting him low. Uh-huh. Now I want... Ooh. Is this enough? Okay. Die. Okay. Great. Still lost a banner, but that was going to be my answer to Tuskens no matter what. And now, this. Please stand by. So believe it or not, this is what I'm using on Talzin Daka Zombie. And this is actually, once again, one of the scary ones. And that plague is step 1 of what I didn't want to happen. But we're gonna get moving. This is about the best we can do, and we just want to keep cycling through. I'm afraid that C-3PO is just gonna die from plague. And I really would prefer that they not keep stunning my Chupio. This is actually pretty bad, to be honest. That's the second death from zombie, and now we can start going for Daka. Okay. Oh, CLS. No. No, CLS, I need you. I need you so much. Please counter. Please counter. Please counter. No. No, 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 no. Oh. No, not CLS. No. That is exactly what I didn't want. Please die. I need 2 deaths here. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yes. Yes. No. No, 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 no. No. I'm going to let this play out. Okay, we are moving on to Saw Luthen. I just let the Night Sisters time out. I didn't want Talzin to kill Chupio with her special and bring Daka back because that would basically mean there was no progress. This is one of the ones that I was nervous about, so whatever. But hopefully this is relatively safe. The statistics are good, but I'm actually more worried about a timeout than anything. Just because you know how these things go. So I would really love it. Yeah, do that. Yep, we can't do anything there. That's fine. And that goes there. I would really love it. He's got buffs. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I just want him to die. That's fine. He's gone now, but he's back because that's what he does. And now we do this, and now we do this. Cool. No banners to recover, so that's the end of it. That is what I needed to do, believe it or not. Dun-dun-dun. And now, the biggest, the scariest, the most horrifying. Where's my dark side? I need a dark side 25% turn meter. That's one of them. In 1 sec. Okay, here we are. Name of the game is Stun, Stun, Ramp, Live, Pray. This is a really big deal. This battle is a really big deal. We will stun. We will pass it back. We will stun. We will put everybody under stealth. Call the assist. Yep. She is ready for a whirlwind, which is unfortunate right now because Darkside Rey is about to leave stealth, which is what I didn't want to happen. And I do want to leap. I want to start resetting my cooldowns. Yep. Damage. And oh my god, she lives. That goes there. This goes here. He's still in alt. She dies. Very scary. Yep. I need Ben to die. Yep, that's what we were looking for. I'm gonna get to ult first. That goes there. We ult. She gets her ult. Great. There it is. Oh, makes me quiver every single time. Be right back. All right, Sith trio versus Gungans, pretty standard. Not much to talk about. Get rid of the death mark. We start going for the ball. Oh, it's Tarpals. It's Tarpals instead of Phalanx. That's interesting. Drain. Ball. Who would I isolate if they're not going to have a taunt? I guess I'll isolate Jar Jar. Maybe Boss Nash should have been the isolate target. I don't know. Because he does a lot. He does a lot for the other members of the team, which is annoying. Yep, we'll just get the 2 hits in. Almost there. The ball is almost down. Cooldown reduction, that's great. That's great. Ball's down. And just depending... No! No! Don't do that. Let's go for Nas. Go for Nas, and then I want to insta-kill Jar Jar, because I am not playing that game today, boy. Oh, come on. Just don't stun my Nihilus. Just don't stun my Nihilus. I really don't want to deal with this right now. Really? I thought I was going to get my insta-kill there. Okay, fine. Is anyone at risk of anything? Let's just isolate Tarpals, and then we can annihilate Jar Jar on the next turn. Yep. Goodbye. Goodbye. That's how this goes. Great Mothers. We'll do them last. We will do them last. One sec. Alright, interesting Finzori, because it's with Poe. But this is still what I want to use regardless, so this is my safest. This is the easiest. It's great. It's wonderful. Oh, let's get a stun going here. I don't care so much about the others. Yeah, fine. I'll just do this. I'm probably just thinking too much about this. It's what I do. I think too much. Can we get a stun on Zori? That'd be neat. We did get a stun on Zori, and it is neat. That's great. It's one of my favorite Finzori counters because my Starkiller team is not good. And that's about all there is to it. Great Mothers are next. Sith Eternal Wat versus Great Mothers. Honestly, I might not even need Wat. But, you know, weird things happen. I say it every time. I'm saying it this time. I am in no mood to deal with whatever shenanigans could possibly occur here. Although, Asajj is the only one who could do damage. So I think I just kind of goofed a little bit there. But that's okay. I will link her so that she can't do the damage, preferably, and we just continue on as we normally would. Yep, start deceiving. That's what we want. She used her armor shred on what's-his-face, so that's good. Just keep deceiving, keep deceiving, keep deceiving. That's what we're here for. Yep, keep deceiving. And I will now... Do I want to ult right now? No, I will relink. I will relink so that when I get to my ult, I can just take those 2 out, and then it's just down to Asajj, and then that should be perfectly fine. Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Zap. Great. I'm gonna say, does Asajj somehow, like, stop Sith Eternal? Why would she? People use so many different combinations with Great Mothers. It's just interesting to kind of see. It's written in the stars. I have options. I'm thinking about Wampa, because even with the tenacity down, But I'm kind of afraid Wampa would just get stuck behind a taunt. And like by the time he ramped enough, it would not be good. I'm kind of leaning towards bounty hunters. One sec. Yeah, so I'm just going to do this. I think this should be fine. It's a pretty straightforward cleanup. So we've got the recovery we need. They don't have like ability blocks or anything wacky like that. So let's get a taunt out there. Yeah, sure. Just hit her. Still can't do anything with that. So we'll just put that there. Call her. I was going to say call her to assist, but call her to assist. Okay. We continue. Taunting. Yeah, yeah. Okay, the plague is out, which is always a problem. Let's just kill her. Mando doing die things, but we got through. And now it is ships, and I believe I brought what I needed to bring for ships. Executor could always go horribly wrong. If Executor goes horribly wrong, oh my god, it's Houndstooth. Oh baby. One sec. Alright, so I'm still using Leviathan against Executor no matter what, but Houndstooth is just such a risky placement. Houndstooth opens up, even with punishing one, it opens up the first order counter. The finalizer counter. And now I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, it's not a matter of winning, it's a matter of can I walk away with as many banners as possible? And I think the answer here is yes. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. But without triple attacker, there's not really a massive risk of, you know, damage. Like, normally the reason this works is because they get to pay out so quickly. But it's just not going to happen here. And they're just not going to have the damage. So, I do want to start chipping away at punishing one. And we don't want to use the bombs just yet. Put that there. Don't want to call too many assists. That is actually annoying. The Dorito, they're bringing the pain on Dorito, which is not something that I want. Please don't do that. I do actually want to put the bombs out because I want someone to pop a daze. That was a really lucky dodge, actually. Oh gosh, please stop. Please stop with the Dorito. I need you to stop with the Dorito. Let's do this. Yo, the dodges on Dorito, though. That's all I'm going to say. Please leave Dorito alone. Leave Brittany alone. Leave Dorito alone. We're going to do that. That's a lot of assists. I actually really don't want those assists. Let's get some turn meter there. I think he's about to deathmark someone. Which would... Yeah. That's exactly who I didn't want him to deathmark, by the way. But we do just need to get through. They can't call assists. This is the only annoying part of this matchup, is you can't really get to punishing one the way you would want to, and that happens. That's... Ugh, the banners. The banners, I'm so sad. But that's okay. We'll get there. We're getting there right now. I know we're attacking out of turn. I know attack out of turn fuels the death mark, but... Can we get banners back? Let's try to get some protection right there. Let's just do the AoE. Start getting some damage over here too. Oh yeah, go for him. Yeah, do that. Alright, one down. Now, barring utter catastrophe... One sec. Alright, it's Executor versus Malevolence. Should be pretty straightforward. Oh no, I just noticed that lineup. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Wait a gosh darn minute. Oh, I might have done triple attacker. Oh, okay. Maybe that lineup actually helps me. Where is... So that is Sunfac. Yeah. Where is Sunfac? Where is Sunfac? Can we just go for the soldier? Kind of just want to go for the soldier. can we just go for the soldier? I kind of just want to go for the soldier. Sorry. Oh, baby. Let's call that big damage, big damage. No. No, we're going to get a lot of counters on that, though. That's pretty dirty. Yeah. That's how that goes. I'm sorry, guy. That's just about how that goes. We can get a heal. Who needs it the most? Punishing one. Let's get all that off. That's hot. Good banners. I'm looking for at least 70 here. We got 75, so that's nice. And then a Finalizer. 1 sec. Oh my gosh, where's the TIE Echelon? 1 sec. All right, I mean, it's just a standard profundity. I might not even need these two, but I did the math and I can afford to do this. So in the weird event that something absolutely crazy happens, this should be fine. Yep, damage, hunted. That's really annoying. I hope that goes on the taunt, and it did. And now we just need to kill Kylo, get some assists, and away he goes. And that's just about how this story ends. Let's get the shield disruption. Very nice on the assists, by the way. Very, very nice on the assists. Oh yeah, I always forget that they get like a bunch of turn meter when you reinforce. He hasn't even taken its turn. Oh yeah, I think it reduces like turn meter when you reinforce or something like that. Something very annoying. This is a very odd first order fleet. I've never, I don't know. Maybe there's something I don't know. All of his fleet decisions have been interesting. Yeah, literally every fleet has a lineup that I personally would not recommend. To each their own. Cool, we don't have to wait for the results. That's pretty neat. It's a matter of efficiency. 2041 versus 2026. ReyBenZra won it for us. Now, I have my own opinions. This might be a good time to talk about this. I'm usually the one who attacks first. I sincerely believe the person who attacks first is at a disadvantage. I think it's BS. I think they need to enforce fog of war. And now, why would I say that, right? If I didn't know his final score, if I didn't know his drops or anything, right? I would have played this the same way no matter what. I had my spreadsheet. This is my spreadsheet. You can see like every single thing that I did was exactly what I planned on doing. So that's fine. This is what I was going to do, whether there's fog of war or not. But you know, at the end, it's kind of BS that, you know, if I'm at any risk, I was able to do the math on ships, which I was doing in the background between cuts. I was just triple checking and making sure like, okay, there's really nothing I can do to screw this up. But like, technically, he was really efficient, right? He was actually really efficient on all of my other zones, because even though he had 3 drops on ReyBenZra, which lost him basically 40 points, I think it's 40. Is it 40 or 30? Maybe it's 30. But regardless, I only beat him by 15, right? And so if he actually dropped an extra 20 points on drops because of ReyBenZra, that means he was actually 6 banners more efficient on everything else that he did, right? And so technically, I could have still lost this. Like, if I played fleets really poorly and I lost a ton of banners, I actually still could have lost this, right? But because I was able to do the math, I knew, okay, I can use this many, and I'll get this many banners, and I can afford to bring this many in just in case. And I think that's kind of BS. I think it's BS that the person who attacks second is at the advantage of being able to know exactly what they need to do. And they also have the advantage of they're able to make risky plays that they wouldn't normally make because they know that they have no choice, right? If the difference between winning and losing is going to be 2 banners, you might suddenly underman something that you wouldn't normally underman. And if you didn't know you were only losing by 2 banners, you might take in your normal team, not try to underman, and then you find out that you lose by 2 banners, and then you're like, oh man, I should have underman. I think with Fog of War, nobody can see what's going on. And that forces both players right out of the gate. You just have to do your best. You have to underman. If you want to be risky, you underman. And you have no idea if it's going to pay off or not. If you want to be extra safe, you don't underman. And you use all the safest counters. And maybe you get less points from it. But like, yes, I was going to win anyways. Even if I wasn't sitting here doing the math, like I had less drops than him, I would have had to be crazy inefficient with all my banners everywhere else. But I still think it's BS. I still think it's BS that if it was closer, I would just have to do the math. And, you know, for that last profundity battle, I could have just brought in no reinforcements instead, and it would have been perfectly fine. But I wouldn't know that if I didn't know how many points he had. So, whatever. This was a fun one. It's nice for once being the person who attacks second. I don't usually get to experience that, but yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy this. The goal right now, when I win, I get about 50 points, right? And if I win both of these, that would put me at about 3550, which is like a win away from Kyber 1. My goal is to win the next round as well. And then hopefully I'm going to go into 5v5 next season. And I will have GL Ahsoka by then. And I'm hoping that between GLA and Rey and Leia and Queen Amidala, I'm hoping I can stonewall my opponent out of a bottom wall and just beat him on efficiency, but we'll see. We're getting very future. We're getting very meta now. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time.